Hello guys, Barbizman here, and today we're going for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The first time Azerbaijan had a Grand Prix, well, specifically Baku. This race was in 2016. In 2016 the race was quite boring, but in 2017 the race was quite exciting, with having a photo finish as well for third place, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. And from 2016 to now, Azerbaijan hasn't had any changes, but it has had a change in where it is in the calendar. Now it is the fourth race, I think. Back in the time it was like 6th or 7th place, just after Monaco, and it is quite weird that it is right now in the fourth, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. I'm sure it has to do something with the town, maybe all the tracks not being open then, and there are quite some things that you need to take account for in making the calendar for F1, and not only F1 but other series as well, like NASCAR, like WRC, IndyCar, and Formula E. Many things to take into account for when the track is open, if it is a street circuit, when it is the least populated. Monaco, I think, starts from day before Friday. I can't remember how it was, but Friday, I think it's the second and third, and race is on Sunday, and qualifying, I think the day between Friday and Sunday, I think it's only the qualifying and nothing else, because it's just quite populated, because the track is only Monaco is almost all of Monaco. The track takes almost the whole country, because Monaco it's not a whole country, it's like something else, but it is like only 5 kilometers, and it is quite a small racetrack, street circuit. But now we're advancing on the timeline, and we have a department event on the personnel department, and on the Sashi side we don't have many things to do. We did this upgrade, and if we come in for Imola, me who is in a controller, I didn't quite like Imola, but now I think there's quite a room for Imola now that you have precision drive. And so I will be looking forward to Imola. Miami not that much, but it's not like a really bad circuit, just not that I liked that much. And we are now the 5th best car, if you saw, but I'm now looking on what upgrade we should make on the aero or the SAS side. But I think on the aero we have a bit more things to do. There we have drag reduction, DRS, and downforce. So that's what I think we're going to do. SAS, yes, we have weight redistribution and weight reduction, which are both really important, but I don't think sassy right now it's our main thing. Maybe it is going to be in season 3 round, but not right now, as we are going right now for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix qualifying. Hopefully we can't get into Q3, but if we get it, it'll be really good. Q2 is our primary objective right now, but 5th best car, we should be able to get into Q3. But we did our first lap time, we did our second lap time, and we were in first. We were our provisional pole. Very good things, but it wasn't far off, to be honest. Only 1/10 ahead of Max Verstappen. But in Q2, rain has started to, well, not fall from now, but it is already forecast. But rain in the end has fallen, and we're in 10th place, just about to make it into Q3. But we're really lucky, because I did the lap on a scrub set of soft tires, but now that the rain has fallen, we're going to the inter set of tires, and Charles Leclerc says the fastest lap and we're the slowest of them all. P10 when we didn't set the lap, and now that we set our lap time, we're in P7, so we're starting the sprint race in P7. Hopefully we can make some places and start the race further up the road, because in P7 we want to get around the P5, somewhere around there, but even with a P7, 6 points, it will be really good again. But we only see, we have the sprint race as well. If you in the sprint race you get points from 8th place onwards. 8 is 1.72 points, and I think it goes up from that until 8 points. Like, first is 8 points, and I think you get how it goes. But now let's go to the sprint race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Norris, Russell, Perez, the owner driver, Joe, Gasly, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Stroll, Ocon, Sargent, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, De Vries, Enzo Fittipaldi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay, so I had in mind for softs, but I know that we have really bad tire wear on softs, and I think we'll make around 7 laps, and this is 9 laps, so I'm not going to risk having maybe a puncture or something like that, maybe going really high on the percentage, because I don't want to lose much time now. You lose way more time on worn tires. It's not like last year's game where it got gradually down and not that much. Hard tires didn't even wear down to 40%. Now that we've got on the grid, we're waiting for all the drivers to line up on the grid. Jeff has informed us right now, and everyone has lined up on the grid box, and the 5 lights are now shining and they're out, and we are underway for the Azerbaijan sprint race, not the Grand Prix. Grand Prix is going to be tomorrow, but now is the sprint race. We have a really good start on the turn 1. We make 2 positions, and now ahead of us is Norris going to turn number 2, a 90-degree corner. We'll be able to make it on the outside. Yes, we will be. And now Hamilton is ahead of us fighting Sainz. Sainz has come out ahead and Hamilton behind. Hamilton is now right ahead of us, breaking quite early to not go into the back of Hamilton, and it could have broke a little bit earlier as well, almost into the back of Hamilton right there. Here now turn 4, now 90-degree corner, first quiet corner, so well, the track is a 90-degree corner right here. Those 2 corners are 90 degree as well. Turns 5 and 6 if I'm not mistaken. Now going to turn number 7. I think now there's a 3 corner to get it right, because the curb here is now elevated. Now going to lap number 4 out of 9. We have Perez right behind us, going for a move with DRS. We can't do anything about it, and he's now ahead of us. Perez on the Red Bull, he's just faster than us. He has a fast car, we can't do anything about it. And so he gets P4, we're in P5 right now. Now lap number 5 out of 9. Norris is behind us, we let him pass, so we get DRS. It's quite a close one though, but we do get the DRS that we wanted. And we break our front wing. We couldn't quite turn there. We had Russell on the outside as well, but it was all my fault, and we have to live with it until the end of the race. We won't pit. Mark wants us to pit, but we won't pit. It will just be a huge time loss. We will be last in the race, and right now it's just at least be in P10 to start in the points for the main race. And this is lap number 8, number 9. Let's first happen. We do not want to lose time in those two corners. Those are dangerous corners, and not only that, we will get DRS as well. Norris is behind us, and in the end, I feel that Norris is going to be the one that's going to win, because now he's going to be on our inside to turn number 1. I'm sorry if you hear any dogs. I can't do anything about the dogs, but now we're going to turn number 2. Norris is on the inside. We have a front wing damage on our inside tire, so we're not going to turn in properly, and we do defend our place good. Now P5 it is. Let's hopefully be to P5, and we make a mistake. We spin around on turn 3, and I know this looks quite deliberate, but I didn't want to make that like it happened. And we're now in P5. Joe is out of the session. We have one car out. We have 2 cars out. Logan is out. Esteban is out. Is anyone else out? 19 drivers. Also 3 drivers are out. Those are out. I don't know if anyone else will be out, but Charles Leclerc wins the race. We go home in P6, and Norris overtook us. Actually, I couldn't catch that. I didn't see that, but Norris overtook us, and Nick de Vries is driver of the day. But this was a crucial mistake.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers, and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Perez, Norris, the owner driver, Verstappen, Albon, Fernando Alonso, De Vries, Fittipaldi, Russell, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Bottas, Gasly, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Sargent, Ocon, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So now for the race, a bit better. We are now in P6 because we could have been way further back if we didn't make that mistake, but it is what it is. We want to make it one stop because here it is quite difficult to overtake. Not really difficult, but quite difficult. It's not like Imola, where it's far easier to overtake. It's a racetrack, Imola. But now making the formation lap, Norris is ahead of us. He did actually overtake us, but I couldn't quite catch it. But now everyone has lined up on the grid slot. We are wheeling our tires, and the red lights are out, and we are on the way for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix this time, not the sprint race. We have a good start, and we do make a position. We do overtake Norris, but we can't overtake anyone else. We couldn't overtake Paris. He did defend his position, and in the end he is in front of us. Now we'll try to overtake Paris in another corner, but we'll be able to overtake him now in turn 3. No, we want to save our ERS. I know that AI is uses their ERS quite much, but Paris breaks really early, and we overtake him in the end. And still we have 99 ERS now we're using, so going into turn number 5 and 6, the last 90-degree turns. But now Perez, this is the end of lap number 1. He is going for a move on to turn 1 of lap number 2, and he is successful. in making the move on turn number 1 and turn number 2. We are going to be behind Perez in P5. Verstappen is behind us, and now we are going to lap number 4. Verstappen wants to go for a move, and he will be able to do so having DRS with the overspeed because of the DRS. And we're now into P6 for lap number 6. Now going to lap number 11. We're going into the pits to change our tires because they're quite worn, and we go 78 kilometers an hour. Wasn't quite slow, quite close to the speed limiter there, but we turn optimally and we get a 2.5 to 2.5 pit stop. We actually get a 2.5 pit stop. Yes, we do. Quite a fast one, and here a bit weird with how it is, but we did manage to get out normally, and we are in P15. We get out behind Alonso, who was behind us before the pit stop. He got in before us and did the undercut. Now we are actually catching up to Alonso, and I have some wear on. We have some wear, and actually the safety car is out. I saw that Enzo Fittipaldi was out of the race, and I go quickly to check what has happened. And there's the engine failure. This is not Fittipaldi. Did Fittipaldi crash out into Logan Sargent? I think yes, he did. Fittipaldi crashed. Enzo crashed into Logan Sargent, who had an engine failure, and this will be a safety car. So essentially for a pit stop, but we already have a pit stop done. And the red flag is out. The red flag is out, and this is our first red flag. Well, Mark said the safety car was in this lap, but I don't know. Well, as Mark says, this is a free stop, but I did want to go on to the medium set of tires, and in the end I couldn't quite find. We didn't have any set of medium tires. Fuel oil, well, we have quite some fuel on us, so we're good. You see that we have quite some more tire wear than the team thought we would have, but it results in around the same lap time. We are a bit faster than we thought, so it could be this. And I tried to find the mediums, and we have only softs and hards. We can't even go to a used set of mediums because every set of mediums that we have is really worn, and so we'll go on the softs. That'll be what it'll be. And now back on the track, and the fire lights are out, and we are underway for the second time on the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We get Alonso on the start. Will we get Perez on the start? Yes, we will try to get Perez on the start, and we actually do get him. Verstappen is now ahead of us. Perez behind us, and behind him is Alonso. Ahead of Verstappen is Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari, and we create a small gap to Perez. The bigger the gap, the better. But Verstappen has created a gap on us as well. I'm gonna try and picture the gap on the braking points on those 90-degree turns, and we do actually bridge the gap a bit, but not by much. And number 25 out of 26, Bottas is right behind us. I do let him pass because I do want to get that DRS, and we will actually get it because DRS detection zone is just ahead of the corners. Right now it is, and we do have DRS. You can see it on the bottom right. We open our DRS and we go past Bottas quite easily. Now Norris will be the winner here because he made 2 places, maybe even 3 places. And this the last lap, we lose a place on the last lap. We'll maybe lose another one to Alonso because Alonso wants to dive on turn number 2, but he is not quite able to make it. We get DRS of Norris because he was half a second ahead of us. We do bridge the gap, but I'm not quite confident in us making the move because this is quite a tight move. If we overshoot the corner, we're out of the race, and it was not. We shouldn't finish the race like that. We should finish the race in the points. 7th place. I do give the place to Alonso, like camouflage. He could have gotten us, but We do give him the place just to make sure. Alonso's light is flashing, so that means he has less than 10% DRS, and we actually overtaking before the DRS zone starts. And for the 100th time this race, we rev out.
It's victory in Azerbaijan. Great work from the whole team here at the track and back at the factory as well. Some pretty handy driving for good measure. What do you think it was today, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
I was going to say that we rev out on the speed limiter because 351 is the limit on 8th gear. I think they patched it on with the new update because I hit 360. But it is what it is. We are now in P7. We get 9 points in total. 9 points is quite much. We have 25 points in the constructors. We are 4th. We overtake Aston Martin, and we are 7th in the drivers behind Russell and ahead of Norris. We have 5 points difference to Norris and 11 points difference to Russell. He has 36 points, we have 25 points, and so we are in 7th place. We finish in 6th in the sprint and 7th in the race. We got 9 points, so I'd say that was a successful Grand Prix. We got more points than we wanted. I'd say we want 5 points every Grand Prix. We got a 3 point. We need 3 points for. I think we need 3 points for a sponsorship, but we got 9 points, so we were good. We got it. Now we'll see in a minute. We are acclaim number 4, and the Enzo Fittipaldi goes a bit down because he DNF'd. Acclaim level 6, we are on the team and achieve a top 10 finish. But this was the race. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'm going to see you in another video. Till then, bye bye.